here with the 24-week update. I'm doing this week by itself because I had a doctor's appointment and a couple other things going on. So I just thought I'd make a individual week. So, baby updates this week. Baby is about 1 3/4 pounds to 1.5 pounds and a foot or a little bit more the size of an ear of corn. I live in like Corntown, USA, surrounded by cornfields, and there is not a foot-long ear of corn. So, and baby is starting to pack on the chub, which is really exciting because they need a little chubbiness in their cheeks and whatnot. And the lungs are developing and producing surfactant, I don't know how to say it, but it's something in the lungs that helps them be able to like contract, I think, when they start breathing like outside the womb. And the uterus is the size of a soccer ball. I don't know how accurate that is either, but I'll get to that later. So this week I have been feeling a lot of movement, like crazy amounts of movement, pretty much constantly except here and there when baby's sleeping. And with that being said, one day I had a bad craving. Bad, I know, caffeine, yuck, but I had Mountain Dew one day, and this kid was going insane all day long. There was only one period for maybe an hour and a half where I wasn't feeling him move, where he was probably sleeping. But other than that, the whole entire day, movement. And my belly is definitely growing as baby is growing. And my belly button, that's something I really don't talk about quite often, but my belly button isn't really pushing outward yet. I don't think it will, just because I have a really deep belly button, but my belly button is going upward. So like if you stuck your finger in my belly button, it would be like this. It's going upward. It's really weird. And I have felt a few Braxton Hicks contractions, probably about 3 or 4, maybe 5 here and there, just where the belly gets really hard, and it's kind of uncomfortable, but it's really not, it's not painful or anything. This is something I know I don't talk about very often, but my weight. So I'm not going to give you my exact weight, but I had my pre-pregnancy weight at my first OB, whatever, and then from loss of appetite, I lost almost 10 pounds, about 10 pounds, and then I gained it back, and for about 3 weeks I was that same pre-pregnancy weight, but now I am up 9 pounds, so that's not horrible. I'm not gonna complain, but I'm glad that I am gaining weight just a little bit. And cravings this week were kind of out of control. There were not weird cravings, but I did have multiple cravings. So they were, I was still craving toast, just with butter, and berry Captain Crunch, and Mountain Dew, and Pop-Tarts. Yum. And I'm still feeling really awesome. I'm not sick, whatever, nothing like that, but I am still really tired. So I'm still napping and napping and napping. But that's okay, I can, whatever. I am starting to have a few spurts of nesting, like, impulses. Yeah. It's just like, I see something and it's dirty, and then I have to clean it, and then I have to clean something else, and then I have to clean something else. Which is nice, I mean the house needs to be cleaned, but it's just kind of funny, like it's like it has to be done. So the house is getting cleaned really thoroughly here, bits and pieces at a time. And exciting, we have some baby shower plans in the works. Well, I don't, but the people who will be hosting them are starting to figure out the plans. So that's going to be really exciting for us. They are doing a certain theme, but I won't quite announce that yet because it's going to be totally fun and totally awesome when we have the showers. So at my 24-week OB visit, we had the routine questions, blood pressure, yada yada yada, and she does check the heart rate with a Doppler. And it was really funny because she found the heartbeat, but he kept kicking her, so she couldn't really get an accurate reading, but it was about 133-ish, 135, somewhere in there. And my uterus is measuring right on track at about 25 weeks, but my appointment was 24 weeks and 6 days, so that's really not a big deal. The only concern is when it gets like a week's time difference. So at the appointment she does check where the uterus is sitting in the stomach, and it is all the way to where the ribs and like underneath the chest meet. It's all the way up there. So that's kind of crazy, which would explain why I was so uncomfortable the other night. Little man Zidane decided he wanted to stick his head up there. So I was in quite a bit of pain and just really uncomfortable for a while. And he did move back down, and he's been sitting pretty low again. And at the appointment, I scheduled my next OB, which will be the 28-week visit, and at that visit we do the glucose test, which my clinic does it a bit differently than I've seen done before. They do 1 2-hour test. You have your baseline blood drawn, and then you drink the drink, and then you have your blood drawn at 1 hour and 2 hours. And if you fail this, you fail it. They don't do the 1 hour then 3 hour kind of thing. So I'm kind of nervous for that, but once we have it done, I'll post all the details of that below. And we also are doing our next ultrasound at that visit, where we see if the placenta has moved at all. So that's going to be a huge appointment, lots of kind of scary things going on to see. But it's all good, so whatever. And lastly, for this week, I signed up for my hospital's expecting parents class. And since Jordan does work second shift, he won't be able to attend with me. So my mom said that she'd come with me, which is really nice. And the class covers anything and everything, like breastfeeding, labor, breathing, delivery, recovery, postpartum, the first few months of infancy, just kind of general things to look out for, and safety, and all that kind of fun stuff. So that should be a really enlightening class. And I think that's about it for this big 24-week update. Here is my 24-week belly. Here is the right side, the front, and the left side.